Hey everyone, what is up? So, in my last video I got a couple of questions asking me to talk about my freshman year at college, more specifically NYU. So for today's video, I think in order to do that, I'm going to do a bit of a college myths debunked. All the things that I experienced in my freshman year of college, which I thought were going to be true and were actually not true. So if you guys want to see the biggest college myths debunked, keep on watching. So the first myth I want to talk about is the freshman 15. Before I got into college, I heard about it from my high school seniors, I heard about it from my sister who was in college, and that for me was probably one of the biggest false things I ever heard in my entire life. When I got to school, I ate like a dog. I ate like 3 or 4 times a day at my dining hall. I ate Chipotle almost all the time. I ate out on the weekends. And being that I was going to school in New York City, more specifically in Manhattan, I was walking around a lot. So the biggest part about the freshman 15 is, yes, eat all you want, eat whatever you want. The most important thing is exercise. Obviously, you're not just gonna eat and then go to sleep. No, go for a walk. Go for a walk around the block. Go for a walk to a local grocery store. Just exercise. If you exercise, you'll avoid the freshman 15 completely. So the second myth that I would like to debunk is this. There's parties everywhere. No, there's not at all. In my freshman year, and even now, I know it's going to continue, the only parties that there ever are during Welcome Week. During Welcome Week, you have a bunch of clubs, a bunch of other restaurants and stuff doing like specifically Welcome Week parties. So one, they know you're underage. They know that the only music you guys like to listen to is EDM. So those are the parties that you're going to be hearing about mostly. Now, on the other hand, when you get further into the year, you have dorm room parties. Dorm room parties are really annoying, and I'll tell you why. Me personally, I would prefer to go out and explore the city and walk around the block or walk to a nice, evening thing to do. Instead of sitting in a goddamn dorm that's 10 by 14 with a bunch of sweaty people that don't know how to drink, that don't know how to hold their liquor, and are crying, vomiting, laughing, no, that is totally boring. There's no point in attending those kinds of things. So that's really what they mean when they say, oh yeah, college is all parties. That's really it. Just enjoy what your surroundings have to offer you. So, my third myth, which is a bit of a serious one. Before I got to NYU, my counselors, my teachers, they told me, you need to have a plan of what you're going to do in college. You need to know your major, you need to know what your salary is going to be, you need to know the year you're going to graduate, you need to know where you're going to work, you need to know who you're going to work with. No, you really don't, guys. Coming into NYU, I was a biology major. Now, after having a bit of an epiphany, I realized, you know what, I don't want to be involved with math and science for my entire 4 years at New York University. I want to experience different things. I want to become more of a well-focused person, a more well-rounded person, and I want to broaden my experience. I want to broaden my scope of life. You guys do not need to know your major, okay? It's good to have an idea because it's good to at least know the general scope of your future. But don't commit yourself to it. College is filled with a bunch of surprises. You're gonna meet different people. You're gonna meet a bunch of different other professors that inspire you in a whole bunch of ways. So all of those factors, all combined in one, they're really gonna change you after a certain point. You're really gonna start rethinking what your future is gonna be like. You're gonna start rethinking what you wanna do with your life. So don't get caught up in the idea of focusing on one major right away. Be open to the idea of different routes that you're gonna go about. So that brings me to my next myth, number 4. The myth that you do not have to go to class all the time. I learned the hard way that you do have to go to class all the time. In one of my seminars during my freshman year, I saw immediately that the professor didn't take attendance. So by seeing that, I thought, okay, I do not need to go to class all the time. I could skip on some days and either catch up on sleep or go hang out. Well, by doing that, I missed important lectures. I missed apparently a presentation that I was selected to give, and that lowered my grades significantly. I missed a bunch of interactions that would have actually helped me in terms of my essays, in terms of my journals, all sorts of things. So don't think that just because professors are very lenient and very allowing of you to do whatever you want, do not take too much advantage of that. Go to your class. Try your best to go as much as possible. I know you're gonna be tired some days, you're gonna be sick some days. Just try to have good attendance. Just go to class. So my 5th myth, wow, that rhymed, is that your roommate is going to be a complete asshole. Now, for my freshman year, yeah, my roommate, Jack, he was an amazing person. I literally have so much respect for him, and we still keep in contact to this very day. We're really good friends. And right off the bat, when I moved in, I knew we were totally different. You know, we had different crowds, we did different things, but that did not stop us. One thing that we found in common was that we both loved to play Cards Against Humanity. And he loved that game to the death. He would want to play it all weekend, and I was totally open to that. And my roommate was honestly one of the best people that I've ever met in my entire life. So do not think that just because you're different from your roommate, or you know, you're gonna have different interests, that they're gonna be an asshole and you're gonna be complete opposite. Why would you not want to be friends with someone that you're living with for an entire year? And yeah, it's just, you're at each other's mercy, so remember to make the best of that. So myth number 6, it's that dining hall food is terrible. I was really scared to go to it. The main reason why I was reluctant was because I was so used to high school and middle school dining halls, or better yet, the cafeteria food being disgusting. Okay, I'm talking about plastic pizza. I'm talking about spongy like chicken. It was disgusting in middle school. But when I got to college, I didn't go to them at first because I was like, you know what? It's gonna be the exact same thing. It's gonna be crappy food, and I just didn't go. And boy, was I wrong. Literally, when you go to these dining halls, they have such a wide array of foods. They cater to vegans, they cater to vegetarians, they cater to meat lovers, everything, wherever you go. Now granted, some of them are not gonna have as good options as the others, but for me, all of my dining halls, every single one that I have went to, they serve amazing food, and it's just right for whenever you're in the mood for it. So do not neglect the fact that you have dining halls on your campus. Make use of them. Do not think that that they have terrible food. Go to them, experience them, and just make the best of them. And finally, my last myth that I would like to debunk for you guys. It is that college professors are the hardest people to connect with. In my freshman year of college, I had a writing professor, and I absolutely loved her. She was very respectable. She was a woman of color. She was a woman again. And all of her stories, her charisma, her words when she advised us were just so soothing and so encouraging that I decided to, you know what, let me interact with her more. And I would talk to her every day after class, and I would tell her about my plans for an essay or my interest in the class or what I greatly appreciated during a lecture. And making that connection with my professor has helped me a lot, because I ended up taking her for my second semester of my freshman year again, and my grade got so much better than what it was the first semester. So when you are going into your freshman year of college, do not be afraid of interacting with your professors. They may be rude to some students or to you sometimes, but listen, when you're dealing with hundreds of students, you have to understand that they're gonna have a low tolerance for stupid questions or whatever. But do not be afraid to talk to them. Get up there, talk to them right after a lecture, and make yourself known. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys are not already subscribed, please do not forget to subscribe below. It is greatly appreciated. Give this video a big thumbs up, and leave any comments in the section below giving me ideas for videos. I love to do college videos. They're really fun. So I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time, and yes, do not forget to stay sexy. Bye.